Good morning, everybody. If it's morning wherever you are, it is currently 8 a.m. right here where I'm at, and it's a Sunday morning. If you don't know, my name is Xzeria, and I produce faith-based content on YouTube. And today is going to be a little different than the last video. God gave me this topic, and at first I was like, okay, God, give me bullet points and everything. And then it came upon me that the topic he gave me is kind of where I'm at right now. So I'm just going to speak from my heart and see where things go. The topic for today is God called me here. Now what? And that's kind of where I'm at in all parts of my life. God called me to do this page, and I've been trying to wrap my head around what I wanted it to be about and what I wanted it to look like, what I wanted it to be. And I still don't know. And you know what? That's okay. It's all right to not know. And in society, a lot of times, this world tries to make us feel bad for not knowing what's next, especially after graduating college. I remember, and this is going to be a part of my testimony, and I'm going to put a testimony video out someday soon. But I remember graduating from college and feeling so lost. And I didn't know what was next. And it was crazy for me because I was someone who liked to plan. I did this, I did that, and that's the way it worked. And after graduating college, it wasn't working. I had no idea what was next. I graduated from college a year early, and I just didn't know what God had for me, and I didn't know what life had for me, because at the time I knew God and I was building my relationship, but I was nowhere near to where I am now. So I was just lost. It led me to a depressed state, and I didn't know what was next. But there's beauty in that too. There's beauty in not knowing what's next, because that means anything can be next. Anything can happen. So that's kind of where I'm at now. But I'm in a joyous place, because I don't know what's next. And like I said, there's beauty in that. There's beauty in not knowing what God has for you next. There's beauty in the journey. There's beauty in the mystery. So find beauty in the mystery. Find beauty in what God is saying for you to do. Find beauty in not knowing. Because like I said, anything is possible when you don't know. In my career, I don't know what's next. I love my job, but I didn't know that I would be here. I didn't know that I would be working where I'm working. I didn't know that I would be at the school I'm at. I didn't know any of that, especially back when I graduated college. When I graduated college, I thought I would be working at a radio station or a television company or a business somewhere, an HR or something businessy. I had no idea that God would lead me down the path he led me down. So it's okay to not know. I want to emphasize that. It's okay to not know what God has for you next. There's, like I said, there's beauty in the mystery. And there's beauty in this, because I don't know where this is going to lead. I don't know if I'll only be talking to a couple of you or if I'll be talking to a lot of you. But I'm staying consistent and I'm staying obedient. And I think that's all God needs us to do, is stay consistent and stay obedient to him and have faith the whole time. One of the scriptures verses that is in my mind and will be instilled in my mind probably this whole year and years to come, because when I get one that really sticks out, I hold on to it. But one that is sticking out for me right now is Proverbs 3:5, which is trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not to your own understanding. And I have to stand firm on that, because sometimes it's easy to look around and not understand what's going on and feel like it's chaos. But when you stand on trusting God and trusting that He has your future, He has what's next for you, you stop fearing. You stop becoming fearful of, okay, God, I hear you, I see you, but I don't understand. We don't have to understand. We don't have to understand. We want to understand, but we don't have to. It's not keeping us from anything. It's not keeping us from what's next. We don't have to understand everything. And I keep repeating that, not just for you, but for myself. I spent a lot of time wondering and trying to figure it out and trying to gain an understanding of it all, trying to gain an understanding of what God had and what God was doing. And God is God. God doesn't need us to understand. God doesn't need our help in it. He just needs our obedience. And if you're obedient, God will do the rest. God will lead you to what's next. God will tell you what door to open, what door to close. Especially in my singleness, my singleness journey it's a journey. That's all I can say about it. I went from dating to not dating to dating again to God saying you should not be dating. So me being obedient and stopping. It's been like this consistently. But in between those jumps from dating to not dating, I took some time to really learn myself, to really learn about myself, learn who I am, and learn what my purpose is, learn what my calling is, and learn God. I took some time to really get to know God. And through my relationship with Him, that's where my trust came from. Because it's easy to say to trust somebody, and this light keeps coming there. I don't know what that is, but it's easy to say to keep trusting. It's easy to say to trust somebody, but trust is built, and God is willing to build that trust with you. He's willing to show you and allow you to see that all things are working for His good. All things that are occurring in your life is for your good. It's leading you to your purpose, or is doing things for your purpose. So He's willing to show you His hand in previous things and future things if you just give Him time and spend intimate time with Him. So that leads me back to my question. God led you here, so now what? Trust Him. Trust Him. Don't doubt. Trust that He knows what He's doing. Trust that He's going to continue providing. Trust that He's going to continue loving you. He's going to continue being the God you know Him as, and being the God the Bible says He is, and people who have experienced and encountered His love is. So just allow Him to lead you to what's next. Don't try to figure out what this place is, what your here is, because all of us are in different places. I watch a lot of Transformation Church. And last year, the phrase of the year was "Here is holy." And "Here is holy," that doesn't sound beautiful. It doesn't, because everyone doesn't love their here. Everyone's ready to get to their there. I feel like we're all ready to get to our there. But there is importance in the here. There is discovery in the here. There is beauty in the here. There is vulnerability in the here. There is so many things happening in the here. There's lessons, there's blessings, there's just so much things happening in the here that if we focus on there, we're going to miss them all. Or we're not going to embrace them, and we're not going to enjoy them the way we should be enjoying them. So in these moments, at this moment, enjoy your here. Enjoy your here, and let God lead you to your there. Let God lead you to what's next. I don't know what. Is that like Lent? What in the world? This video is interesting. But you know what? It's me. There's a little light here, the thing going, it's just, that's me. So to kind of conclude this video, I'm just going to say that God knows what he's doing. Trust in him. And trust that if he led you here, you're meant to be here. If he led you wherever you're at, you're meant to be there. You are meant to be there for a specific reason, or even for a specific person. There is an assignment in where you're at right now. So ask God for direction and trust whatever he says. Trust that he knows what he's doing, and trust that when it's time, he will let you know what's next. And be obedient to whatever he's telling you to do here. Even if it sounds crazy, even if it sounds scary, even if it sounds just like something you would never do, just be obedient. Because for me, I've been having a little nudge, or I guess not. Yeah, I've been having a little nudge for a couple of years now about YouTube. And I was scared of it. I was scared of being vulnerable and putting myself out here for people to see. And I was afraid of judgment. I was afraid of so many things. But the interesting thing is, fear doesn't come from God. And I allowed that fear to stop me from being obedient. And I am no longer allowing that fear to keep me from being obedient to God, obedient to what he's telling me to do. So don't allow the fear to keep you from being obedient to whatever he's telling you to do. Because if he's telling you to do it, it's for a reason. So trust in that and trust in him. That is it. That is all that I have. As always, I do want to say that you're beautiful, you're amazing, and you have a purpose in this world. And a song that because I said every week I would give a song that I have been listening to. And I heard this one this morning as I was listening to my music in the morning, because I try to listen to gospel music every morning. I'm not gospel, worship music every morning, so I can get in God's presence and start my day off right. But the song that kind of I listened to it, and like I felt good in my spirit, which I feel good in my spirit with all of them, but it really like stuck out from the rest of them, was He Still Loves Me. It was from the Fighting Temptations. I think Beyonce sings it and a few other people. But it is a very beautiful song. If you have not heard it, if you have, go ahead and listen to it again if you have time. If you have not heard it, take a moment and just listen to the song. As always, this is me, authentically, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll see you back here next week for a new topic. Have a wonderful week, y'all. Bye.